Apologies for the long silence. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Skullgirls Be Gr8. This is the audio test. We will be starting soon. Please let me know if any of the commentators this week, it's just me, are a little too loud or a little too quiet. We want all of us to be about equally as loud, and the game should be just barely audible. If there are any recommendations that you would like to provide, please feel free to do so. We want the stream to be just perfect for you. Behold the echoey stream. It be like that. Not enough people complain about the echo. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, not many people seem to mind it, so it's gonna stay like that every other week or so. If it ever does become an issue, if it starts hurting your head, or if you guys are like, nah, this is hurting the integrity of the stream, as opposed to everything else that I do, let me know. I will try to dedicate an office space for times like this. Because as is, for a very long time, every other week is going to sound like this. But the other weeks will sound twice as good, probably, hopefully. Sounds ethereal. I'll just give you a 502. Rest in peace. It's trying to tell you something. Am I getting a 502? I'm able to load the page. Oh my god, why are so many people playing this game? God damn it. Why Skullgirls gotta be popular and good? I was just like, man, I wish Skullgirls was a lively game, and then the monkey's paw curled one finger. I am so sleepy. Alright. So, I don't know. How's everyone enjoying the holiday season? Is everyone doing holiday preparations? Celebrating the holiday things? Anyone excited for, Cyberpunk 2077 that's coming out tonight? Some people already have it. Steam version, I think, released early. I already know a couple of disappointing things about it. But to be fair, I didn't have extremely high expectations in the first place because the amount of hype they were adding, also the, you know, inclusion of Keanu Reeves, basically guaranteed that they needed a return on their investment. And if you're going to advertise something for this many years and have such a high-profile person in it, what ends up happening is they end up generifying the game. The controls and stuff will lack a lot of depth, and it'll end up feeling like most other games. And the reason they do that is because if people know what to expect, it is actually more likely to sell. It sounds weird, right? It's also the same reason, for those guys who are curious, why trailers for movies often spoil a very critical or very important point. Because people found out that while people think they don't like it when they're spoiled in trailers, it actually does generate more revenue. People do end up leaving the movie more pleased if they went in knowing what the major twist was going to be. So, unfortunately, our psychology betrays us. And because of that, we know that Cyberpunk's going to sell and we're going to have not as original of a game. On top of a couple of political things that are just like, you tried. An attempt was made to do the right thing, but didn't quite go all the way. College finals are over, so you can return to this game now? Hell yeah. You're betting on Annie will be coming out first? I'm assuming you mean reference to Cyberpunk? Yeah. The only thing, I know, Cyberpunk could have kept on delaying for the rest of eternity. I wouldn't mind that. My bigger issue is that they vowed to go, like, fix their, like, you know, time crunch ways and, like, resolve those issues and stuff like that. And they didn't have time crunch, mandatory time crunch until, like, the last 2 months of development, which is so depressing, because it's just like, oh, come on, you guys were so close. Just delay it by a few extra months, just make it 2021. I don't care. I know you want to get into that holiday rush, but, like, it would have been fine. Also why you shouldn't overhype a game, because it gives external pressure to, you know, finish on time instead of finishing or waiting until the game can be everything it's going to be. The console poor is ruining for all of us. I mean, it wasn't a launch title, was it, for the PS5 or anything like that? It wasn't considered a launch title, especially because it's on so many platforms. Like, why would you consider it a launch title? Wonder how it's tied to console timings. There's probably some sort of contract that they had to oblige by. I don't think you're wrong yet, Doc, but I'm not positive if you're right either. It's not right. There we go. I hear Skullgirls a little too clearly. I want that shit out of here. I say that sarcastically, of course. For those guys who are relatively new to Skullgirls, Skullgirls' soundtrack is an absolute banger. This soundtrack is absolutely amazing. I cannot emphasize that enough. In fact, I actually woke up just to tell you guys that. Like, the soundtrack of Skullgirls is one of the most incredibly well choreographed things. The design in general for Skullgirls is one of the most carefully organized things you could ever imagine. Pretty crazy. It's just pretty crazy. That was in reference to the rumors that recent delays and crunch was because the game needed to be severely downscaled to work on the PS4 X-Bound. Why? Wasn't that... Wait, who's the publisher for this? I know the developers are the CDJ Project or whatever the heck they're called. Publisher. No, it's self-published. Why would they decide to port it for PS4? It would slow down initial sales, but the sales would catch up eventually. It doesn't matter. Unless, like, Sony paid them a heck ton of money to do it. That's really weird. I wonder if that rumor is true. That's really bizarre. And honestly, it needs to be downscaled so it works on anything. Have you guys been seeing the specs of it coming out? It's just, like, a lot of people are super impressed by its intensity and all that stuff, saying that this game can't run 60 FPS 4K on, like, 3090 and things like that. And from my perspective, I'm just like, then what the hell? Like, if it doesn't work on the best hardware out there, what the hell were the developers working on? Like, were the developers just working on a laggy mess while they were developing? That sounds ridiculous. A lot of people are saying it's like the next Crisis and stuff, and it's like, no, screw that. Like, it's not optimized. That doesn't mean it's not something that should be praised if it's like running. If it's that intensive on hardware, it means it needs to spend the next 5 years optimizing the software. That's fucked up. You hack Steam servers, that's why Cyberpunk downloads are slow. Hell yeah. It's weird because the biggest turn off for a lot of people when picking up the game is It goes both ways. Facade, I think it's a double-edged sword for Skullgirls, because there's a lot of people who are drawn to the game because of its art style. I, for one, was one of them. I was drawn to the hand-drawn art style, and I wanted to see what they were able to do with it, especially in a day and age where we were just leaving the... I like to call it the era of brown and gray. Back when like everything was a Call of Duty clone, and to like make up for hardware issues, a lot of machines were just used to rendering a lot of dirt and grit, so there's a lot of brown and gray, like there wasn't any vivid colored games. To come from that straight into a game that was hand-drawn and very beautiful, it was a nice change of pace. And it kind of, I wouldn't say Skullgirls is solely responsible, but it definitely hit a market that was ready to move away from that brown and gray atmosphere. It was really, really cool. As a 2-year-old, I like the art style. Oh, hell yeah. What time is it? 7:15. Let's go ahead and get started. Let me refresh this page, process checking results, see what's going on. Hopefully all you guys checked in. We'll know soon enough. It looks like everyone checked in, but let me double check. Yeah, everyone checked in. All right, cool. I'm gonna shuffle the seeds, and then we'll start the tournament, and I'll do a little intro. And on that note, feel free to refresh your challenge page. You guys should be able to see the finalized bracket, is what I would say, but challenge is just kind of infinitely loading for me. So while it's infinitely loading, to make sure that, you know, I do want to confirm that the tournament has been finalized. Welcome to Skullgirls Be Gr8. What we do here is we try to match you up against a... No, we don't. Oh, fuck, I'm so tired. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Skullgirls Be Gr8. It is a standard Skullgirls tournament. That means double elimination, best 3 out of 5, all the way through. 2 sets per round on winner's side will be on stream until losers round something. I can't tell you yet because I'm getting a 502. What else? For the first 3 weeks of the month for Skullgirls Be Gr8, it is a randomized seeding. 4th week of the month, based on how you performed in the last 3 weeks, you will be seeded, so you have a little bit of an edge when you try to compete for the monthly prize pool during our prize pool tournament. I am the Crank Machine, and I will be hosting today's Skullgirls Be Gr8. Hope you guys are ready to enjoy the show. Yeah, okay, cool. So the challenge is loading for me now. It looks like the seeds were somewhat finalized. Like, it seemed to have worked. Yeah, it looks legit. Sure. Refresh your challenge page. You guys should be able to see all the things. And let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go block by block. First round, we're going to go ahead and get... Let's get Turk Toss versus Mao, so block number 2, followed by, I don't know, Doc versus Derb. That seems legit. Or maybe, yeah, you know what, let's do that. That sounds like a... I feel like, do I get... Well, who did I stream last time? I feel like I streamed very similar people last time. I wonder if I have a pattern. Either way, Turk Toss versus Mao, followed by Doc versus Derb. That means Graham, Harvest, Gray Arsenic, and Zest. You guys should all be playing off stream. Loser's side will be off stream until losers round 3. So if you're on loser's side, make sure you're playing your matches ASAP. Additionally, if you are participating today, please join the Steam group chat. You can find the Steam group chat by typing !BG8 chat into Twitch chat. Provide you a link. That link will bring you to our Steam group chat, which is relatively silent, but we usually request that you join that chat so your opponent can find you when you are playing matches that will not be on stream, and also so I can find you, and also so you can find me should you have any questions. You are also alternatively able to report your scores there if you don't want to report a challenge directly yourself. But if you have any questions or concerns, that's the place to reach to me. Other than that, just enjoy the show, have fun. Blah, 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 blah. Well, let's do it. Holy shit, that was fast. What the fuck? What did I miss? I look away for 15 seconds and Philly is dead. Oh no. Also, get rid of that advice nonsense. This is where we are. Let's Skullgirls Be Great. Here we go. Right. Good patience there, blocking that beat extend call, getting a punish, but unfortunately unable to follow through with a full combo, which is unfortunate. It is tough to juggle two different weights, but it should not have mattered. I bet you could have done it. Oh, unfortunately, counter does come through. I do respect that Turktos tried to take his turn right there, unfortunately getting counter hit out of it. Not really respecting the frame trap afterwards. Alright, picked up with the beat extend, unfortunately messes up the mix-up, just kind of smacks him down with jumping medium punch and calls it a day. Oh, counter hit twice. Oh, looks like Turktos is really trying to push those buttons, trying to get out of there. They are sitting on 3 meters though, so if they were mashing Gregor, that would have come out. I wonder what they're pressing. I wonder if they're trying to jab out of everything. I do remember that Turktos tends to be pretty light on in terms of mashing invulnerable reversals to get out of pressure. They tend to, I don't want to say hold back, but like they definitely don't just dump out that meter that way. They usually end up dying with a lot of meter. So hopefully that doesn't become a trend. Turktos needs to just start kind of turning off the brain and mashing a little bit. There was definitely a bunch of unsafe stuff that he could have mashed out of, and he was getting counter hit, so it's not like he wasn't thinking the same. Like he didn't, it's not like he was thinking that he can't mash in those situations. He's just gotta mash the right buttons. Spend that meter. It ain't doing anybody any good when you're dead with it. If your connection's an issue, please DQ. Okay. As always, if you have any issues with connection, please make sure you let me know ASAP. Can't do anything about it unless I know. While we don't necessarily require Ethernet, I do highly encourage it. I do think that out of respect for your opponent, you should be playing on Ethernet. It will improve the stability of your connection. It's not about speed, it's about stability. And that's exactly why Ethernet is often considered the universal standard when you're playing in an online tournament. I will not kick you just because you're using Wi-Fi, but out of respect for the community and, you know, for yourself and for your opponent, please play on Ethernet. This is not applicable to the current match. The current match, I don't think there was a connection issue at all. So, good stuff. Congratulations, Mao. You will be moving forward on winner's side with a 3-0. Turktos, do not fret. You're not done yet. There is another chance. This is a double elimination. You have another life. As soon as the loser is determined between Graham and Harvest, you will know your opponent. Make sure you play your matches as soon as your opponent is determined. As always, loser's side does lag behind just a little bit. So I would greatly appreciate it if you guys are on top of your game and play your matches as soon as possible. Meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and get Doc versus Derb. Both of them are already here. Digging the Christmas hats. I do love how there seems to be just this universal trend in the SGC where if you have an icon, like a weeb icon at all, like an anime character icon, you Photoshop a Santa hat on them, and then that's your icon for the holidays. No matter what you're celebrating this holiday season, I mean, have a jolly old time, right? Nice stuff. Use the dust to build ahead. That also lets you convert with magnet. You can alternatively go for light beam and then just kind of start zoning from there, you know, just get a little bit of damage in and then just have them deal with beams on wake up. Of course, that is not Derb style. Derb likes to reduce their use of beams as much as possible, kind of really trying to utilize the heads as much as they can, which, you know, back in the day was considered a little bit more viable. Nowadays, even though the head's got a buff, it's makes Robo play a little bit more bland because the beams got even bigger of a buff. They're really showing off what Robo could have been. Unfortunately, though, Robo still does no damage, and not using beams isn't going to help him. Also, what the heck was this? What is this? What's happening? What's happening? Is this the Doc internet issue that we were just talking about? No, I just got kicked. I got kicked. I got kicked. It's fine. They're playing their game. You guys can just imagine what's happening. You can imagine the not beams being fired, the lots of heads, and some dropped Bayo set play. I don't fucking know. Yeah, too epic for stream. Also, oh my god, I just noticed Doc's connection. Holy hell. What the fuck is that? Out of respect for your opponent, please play on Ethernet, but for the sake of my own sanity, do not have a connection like that. Holy shit, what the hell was that? Wi-Fi did the Wi-Fi thing, I guess. Lag spikes on the corner of pain. Okay. We'll give it one more shot. Doc, if it lags that much again, I am gonna have to give the game to Derb. Because... You're gonna give it one more game. If it's shit, you'll give it to Derb. Yeah, okay. I respect that. You know, like I really appreciate that the SGC community is like really, really polite in general, and they like usually accepts like, oh, I know it's my end. Like, don't worry, I'm not gonna claim the game over lag. I really, really respect that. For the most part, people are really good about that. So thank you, Doc, for really being the gentleman. Sorry for everyone who had to hear that crumpling of the can. That was probably annoying to listen to. My throat is not right. Like so needlessly dry, and I feel like I'm putting way too much stress on it. I don't like this feeling. I usually reserve this for, like, you know, the Christmas stream or the New Year stream and things like that. But I'm just gonna make it a chill cast. I'm not gonna commentate that much because my throat is concerning me. Just gonna be, I don't know, me having a general conversation with y'all. So, you guys, we're looking forward to the commentary. Unfortunately, I will not be able to provide that tonight. I mean, I can. I'll try to commentate here and there, but I won't. I don't know. I won't go all out, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. That was a lot better. Okay, alright. I see we got some connection stability. I like to see. 5 GHz is much more reliable as long as you're within like a meter of the router. Because if you have that luxury, you should also be plugged in.
Everyone good to go?
Okay, try to go for the IAD, jumping light punch. It's actually some interesting tech. I don't know if everyone is familiar with how IAD works for Robo and a couple other characters. But basically, while you're doing your second jump, you actually stop your vertical momentum. So if you cancel your jump startup into another jump and then press jumping light punch, you can actually get an instant overhead on a crouching opponent. But otherwise, it's usually not possible, except against like Band, for example. So what's really interesting is that there's only a 2-frame window because your jump startup has 4 frames. So on the 5th or 6th frame, if you hit jumping light punch, then you will get the instant overhead. Any later than that, you're too high up. Anything earlier, you'll cancel your jump startup into standing light punch. So it's really, really tough to do. So if Derb was trying to do that, props to you. I respect the attempt. But it's tough. Alright. Gonna punch with the crouching medium kick. I think after Blanc SSJ, especially if you push block at the right time, you can definitely get a heavy counter hit. I don't know how much more damage Robo actually gets off of a heavy counter hit, but hey, who knows? Especially with 3 hits. Alright, now it's over. It's just kind of over. Yeah. That was checkmate in that situation. There was not much Doc could have done to really catch up. I wonder why Doc's not playing their Peacock. I guess, like, I don't know. If he's concerned about lag, then we all know what happens with laggy Peacock. That's always scary. Tough to deal with.
Gentlemen and ladies, it's showtime!
Oh shoot, put that road to the corner. We're gonna play that incoming setup, get rid of all that red life. Good stuff. As much as Robo would like to heal, this is actually in a weird way to Robo's benefit. Because now Robo has no reason to spend their meter on anything that's not Beam Super, which is the bulk of their damage anyway, right? So, it's kind of cool, because Robo's one of those characters where it's like, oh no, you snapped me. I mean, I guess like I'll use my meter to do more damage to you now. And it's one of those things where it's like Robo wants to be full screen anyways, right? So Robo's not going to be able to get a snap on you except under extraneous circumstances, like you did level 3, and then you did Beam, got a sliding knockdown in a Magnet Super, so you're able to convert. Like, that's the only time you're really going to be in your opponent's face for the most part. Especially as solo Robo, right? Because a solo Robo, you don't want to engage. You're not going to enjoy that extra 4,000 damage you're getting per combo. Like just sit back and shoot beams, you know? It's like not that big of a deal. Unless you know for sure that you're going to, you know, if you're like hit confirming, that's fine. But like, you're just going to do so much damage and so much work with beams. Just play it out, you know? Holding on to that head. Probably just like, in case they go for a reset, they can use the head to, you know, continue their block string with mine and all that nonsense. It's always a fun time. There's all the damage. Unfortunate that Doc had to be buried with his riches. A nice level 5 would have ended it all over the place. Or even a DHC into level 5 if you found the opportunity to do so. Like Gigantic Arm, Kara cancel into level 5, see what happens, you know? Or depending on the circumstance, I wonder if there's probably like a situation where Wolf shoot into level 5 would also be really, really funny. Probably a strange checkmate. Derb on the comeback, let's go. Yeah, nice autocrit. Yeah, for sure. I honestly don't know who's favored in this matchup. I guess I would normally say Doc because Derb doesn't like to use beams, but Derb changed their red skin, which is the skin they like to use when they were using beams. So, at this point, it's anybody's game, really. Wolf shoot. Whee. Head to cover their approach. Yeah, that's worth it. Especially when you have a little bit of red health, it's extra worth it to put that damage onto band. Because now it's like, okay, now we got a meter, we're gonna want to hit confirm. If we can get a hit confirm, we're gonna go into a snap, we're gonna heal a little bit, get band out, and like get rid of a lot of that red health, which is, you know, always a good time. Also, Bayo on his own does only like 7 point something damage. Like, Bayo loses a lot of his damage without A-Train Assist, which is kind of funny. Unfortunate that Derb didn't really capitalize on the whole snap to getting his health back and getting bends, or getting rid of a lot of band's red health. Bit unfortunate. He'll still get a huge return of health if he snaps, but not anymore. not after that hit confirm. Doc's paying attention. He should be snapping. No, he's not snapping. What's going on? You're just gonna give Derb all that health back? There it is. There's all that health. I mean, you could have had band on significantly less health if you did it on your first hit confirm, but hey, whatever. Yeah, when you snap a point character, you get like 60% of your red health back, and if you snap an assist, you get 30% of the health back. If you snap both, I think you still get 60. Or they might have like changed it to 75. It wasn't like 9. I know that they were experimenting with you getting 90% of your red health back if you snap both, but that was too good because you get it like a, you know, because double snaps happen, right? If you get a double snap, it's like, oh wow, I'm already demolishing my opponent, and I also got a whole bunch of health back. Snaps are pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Like even now, even with that little red health, you should be looking to snap. But I mean, in that situation, it was checkmate because your opponent had chip damage. You had to probably. I'm trying to think what you could have done. Like maybe be full screen and set up a mine so your opponent can't really use SSJ as an option. That's really the only thing you can do there. But it's like it's tough as is, you know. Like you weren't really in a situation where you can back off and set up that mine. But you did have a head, I think. I don't know. The option was probably on the table. Okay, it looks like we're going to be moving on to round 2. Gray Arsenic versus Derb. Please play a match off stream. And on stream, we're going to have both matches in block order. So block number 7 first, we're going to get Graham versus Mao, followed by Zest versus Doc. So Zest, Doc, sit tight. Graham, Mao, welcome aboard. You missed the first opportunity for the snap. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if you were muted or not. By the way, if you while you guys are playing, make sure you guys pause the stream. That's incredibly important. But in case you didn't have it paused, Derb, then you know exactly what I was talking about. Because we were definitely talking about your opportunity to snap that would have paid off hard, like really early on, and that definitely probably could have swung the game in your favor, honestly. Your body's about to be murked. What does that mean? Normally murky's like, you know, like dark, damp, creepy, swampy. Body's about to get swamped. I mean, I guess that phrase would work. Old man Crank don't know what you're trying to say. Are you guys doing anything fun for the holidays? Anything fancy? Anything exciting? It is kind of weird with COVID going around, so I want to see if anyone's got creative plans. You got vacation for the holidays? Good stuff. You're a brave person too. I mean, hopefully you're not flying, but if you are flying, you're a brave person. If you're not flying, then hopefully you enjoyed the road trip. Like a good idea. I did take the week off for GDQ, which happens to be lined up right after New Year's. So I'm gonna have like a massive like 10-day break by pure chance, because I always take GDQ weeks off. For those guys who don't know, Crank's vacation time is the GDQ weeks. I'm gonna be spending that week building a computer. That's gonna be fun. Well, it's more like an entire desk environment. There's gonna be like docking stations and everything. It's gonna be needlessly elaborate for a bedroom. Your bones are about to be hurt. Uh-oh. Lil Uwu. Why Uwu-vert? Like revert? Lil Uwu? Whatever. Y'all and your cryptic names. Oh my god. That autocorrect was very essential. So I was really, really lucky to get that autocorrect. But unfortunately, Ella's now a corpse. Oh my god, you got hit. What are you pressing? No. A meter dump for days. Does this just kill? And you're in checkmate state is what I would say if you weren't a parrying god. Oh my god. Graham, just ult F4. It's over. It's unfortunate.
Let's get a round of applause for our contestants.
I would have given the ult F4. Alright, never mind. It's checkmate. You got me. Lil Uzi Vert? No. What's a Lil Uzi Vert? Is that a rapper? I'm not a rapper. That's the most rap knowledge I have. The rapper who had a brief run in relevancy in 2016. Damn, you got lore. You even know the year. Respect. Anyone who knows me personally knows that I listen to a little bit of everything, because I like to, you know, get experience a little bit of everything. But rap is the furthest from my favorite genres. There's only one rap song that I really, really respect, and it's not like a no-name song either. So it's like I feel it's not mainstream, but it's not like I found some indie thing. What's the rap song? It is crap. None Shall Pass by A$AP Rock. The chorus is forever embedded into my brain because I love that chorus way too much. It is a really good song. None Shall Pass is very, very well done. There's a lot of other songs that are rap-ish, but they're closer to hip-hop, so I don't really count those. Like a lot of Gorillaz songs. Oh my god, that Alpha counter. Good stuff. Gonna get the wall bounce, pick it up. Okay, do we have the mid-screen? Unfortunately, with Beowulf coming in, you got scared. I would have just believed, you know, I would have just... Like, the odds were that I was just gonna jump into the character anyway. Medium kick. Building up on Dizzy for no reason. Yeah, that was an extra, like, 22, maybe a whole string of Undizzy that you just didn't need to build. Come on, die. It didn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Thank you, Dose Whales. Yeah, None Shall Pass by A$AP Rock. It's a really good song. Who needs level 5 when you got Peacock, honestly? Peacock is the most... I think Peacock has the highest damage in the game for 2 meter plus. If you have more than 2 meter, like, Peacock just guarantees the highest damage output, which is insane. Considering she's also an incredible zoner and builds meter like a maniac. Nice! Throwing out the light brass. That's very ballsy. I really like that you tried to call your opponent out like that. I mean, hell yeah. Light brass gang. I'm a huge fan of light brass, for those guys who don't know. I think light brass is an incredible neutral tool that not enough people utilize. I think it's one of the best things that ban has. Boobity bop. I just want to point out that Graham, I think, started playing this year. Like, he's gotten so good so fast. This man is putting in so much work. It's insane. Jesus, that's crazy to watch. He's got some nice asset play. Mad respect. Graham already has more hours than you. Yeah, this dude's like playing like 60 hours a week. It's insane. I mean, it shows, right? Like, look at how much he's improved in just a year. He's playing some pretty good Skullgirls. His set play could be tightened up a little bit, but like for the most part, he's making it. What a name. Jesus Christ. Whack-a-mole with the... Jesus. Alright. Gonna go ahead and get Zest versus Doc up in here. Final set for round 2 on stream. Let's see how things are going to loser's side. Gray Arsenic versus Derb. I hope you guys are playing your set. You guys haven't said anything in a little bit, so I'm assuming you guys are. But please hurry up. Mao is waiting for their opponent. Scoop it up with A-Train. That wasn't even a conversion, was it? No, it was just Pika just jumped into that. He had 100 hours solo Wi-Fi ban in 2017 that started again this May. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna count those 100 hours, right? Like, anytime a solo ban is... I'm not gonna say it goes to waste, but it really doesn't teach you how to play the game. Especially if it's your first 100 hours. Pick him up. No A-Train conversion because he went backwards into the corner instead of forward. I would have landed on the chair and just, you know, picked up the chair and gone from there. Going for the medium conversion. Come on, man. The heavy conversion is not that bad. I just have impossible what's it called? I don't know why I just have impossible expectations for people who play Bane. It's like, if you're gonna play this character, you better play him hella well. Do the heavy conversion on anything that's medium or lighter. On a heavy, okay, you know what? I understand if you back out and instead just do the medium conversion, but medium or light, just do it. Just do it. Not that hard. It's like a 3-4 frame window. I feel like playing Squiggly has kind of spoiled me on that, because it's just like 4-frame windows are just the most you're ever gonna get with Squiggly, especially with Stancils. And it's just like, that's nice, you know? Like, if you have at least 4 frames, I'm always just like, oh, cool, this is an easy link. Like, I remember there was a robo conversion I was doing, and I was like, plus 12, and I needed at least plus 8 to be able to make a link. So I'm like, oh, cool, easy, I got 4 frames, it's more than enough. I've been able to do it consistently since then. It's like, that's nice, you know? As another little bit of just Krang trivia, yesterday I was playing Quick Match, and it was the first time it was me playing without Squiggly. I was playing just Robo Band because I needed to learn Robo Neutral, and I immediately performed better than I have been playing with my full team in a long time, and I felt really disappointed in myself. I was just kind of sad, where it's like, wow, excluding Squigglies just makes this game so much easier. That's not nice. That's not fair. It's like one of those things where it's like, oh man, your character's so OP, and then your opponent responds like, then just play him, lol, and then you do, and then you win. You always do the medium conversion unless you really think you need the damage. I mean, if you're inconsistent with it, sure, but like you have, especially against lights, it's so easy against lights, and against mediums, it's like not that much harder. You might as well, you know? I still only do it consistently against lights. With mediums, I like switch off depending on how comfortable I feel and how much time I think I have. But like, it's not that bad. You should be able to do it on everybody, honestly. You should be consistent with everybody, but whatever. Ban's one of those characters, according to Kenji anyway, Ban's one of those characters that like you actually need 20 extra damage to do sub play if you can squeeze out an additional 20 damage or something like that, you know? I guess mid-screen, though, your set play is pretty limited, so whatever. 100 damage for inconsistency. Some say it's worth it. I say I have impossible expectations on people. And others say it's necessary, so use your poison. Optimal medium counter hit needs 2 MP. Oh, really? Really? Interesting. This person over here knowing medium counter hit combos. I know one counter hit combo, it's a heavy counter hit on Squiggly, and that's it. People should be worrying about is optimizing the clarinet loop. Yeah. Imagine knowing a counter hit combo, right? That was me for the longest time. I always improvise during counter hit combos. I'm like, I have 2 extra strings, I know how to play Squiggly, and I would just always improvise combos. But now I actually got one that's like, I don't think it's optimal, but it's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. Actually, I know it's not optimal, but making it optimal doesn't add enough damage to warrant it. Oh, let's go! The OTG-less chains. Kill! Drop a Lenny, backdash, gonna go ahead and go into projectiles, bang 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 to build as much screen distance as possible. Catch that teleport. Nice teleport, utilizing the iframes after frame 4. Gonna go ahead and get some projectiles out there for Ban's incoming. Ban has to respect it, and then Peacock's got all the time in the world to block that because the hit stop as you're hitting all the things. Oh my god, that teleport. Balls of United Steel. Hey yo, this Peacock's pretty good. Just throwing that out there, you know? This Peacock's doing some good shit. 3-0 on Doc. Is that 2-0 or 3-0? I think it's 2-0. 3-0? 2-0? 2-0. No, that was a 3-0 on Doc. Jesus. Looks pretty good. Yeah, alright. Graham versus Zest. I'm actually kind of excited. I want to see how this goes. I don't actually know which way this goes. Because normally I would say, oh yeah, Graham's hella favorite here, like hands down. But yeah, you know what? When that Peacock was warmed up, Peacock was doing some scary stuff. Hey there, JP. Boomstuff. Yeah, Zest Municipality. Apparently Zest has not been playing for a little bit. Now they're back and their Peacock's looking kind of crisp. Kind of crisp, you know? I have high expectations. Meanwhile, Mao versus Grey Arsenic and Doc versus Harvest should be happening off stream. Yeah, I don't remember what he said, but if you scroll up somewhere, he's got lore. You hate this mirror, it's so chaotic. I mean, I bet anything with Peacock versus Peacock, any team combo where there's a Peacock versus a Peacock, it's always gonna be exciting. I always love to see that as a spectator. As a player, screw that. Ain't nobody want to deal with that. It's like Zerg versus Zerg, for anyone who gets that. Or like, I guess Heart of the Swarm Zerg versus Zerg. Give it people who are, who remember the old days of ZVZ. Nightmare. Wow. That's looking good. A hell of a start. He's brass for the lockdown. I respect it. Get the side switch with the item drop. Whether you block it or not, it pulls you forward, which is a good or a bad thing. In this situation where Zest has no issue just being absolutely smeared against your face, it ends up being a bad thing. I call Peacock. This is one of the evilest parts about Peacock. She gets to decide. It's not you. You don't get to decide when Peacock feels uncomfortable. She gets to decide when when she feels uncomfortable. Peacock gets to decide whether they like being in your face or not. Some crazy shit. That was incredible. Really well played by Zest. Just got him into the corner. Not the cleanest set play, but like clean enough for sure. Utilizing that meter very effectively, that's for sure. And that's what I like to see. Yeah, just clean-ish play. Clean-ish play is what I like to see. If it's too clean, if someone just gets set play to death, it's not always exciting, you know? Clean-ish play, that's exciting. Zest is got me all excited. Let's see. Alright, calling the brass. Nice jump there from the Robo. On a brass. Oh my god, almost kept the band on screen long enough for the thing to explode. That would have been scary. Raw tag into the band. That probably wasn't on purpose, but I could see them like just, you know, desperately trying to get Robo out of there before they just get checkmated. Definitely don't want to be in that kind of situation. Calling out Bandit really bold times. I guess they're really, I mean, I shouldn't doubt Zest considering how they're playing, but that's twice now that they've called out Bandit a very dangerous-ish time, but they believed in the projectiles that they were throwing out. They were gonna keep their opponent locked down long enough that Band would be able to get out cleanly. Well, he's definitely calling it early enough so Band can leave. The only concern comes if Band is counter hit. Or counter called, even. Counter call is, of course, dangerous now. In fact, at this point, if you're Zest, you actually probably want to bait a counter call for sure. Like, you want to be like, yeah, sure, go ahead and do a ton of damage to my Band. I don't care. You're going to lose your assist. Look at how much health they have. If Zest can make that mid-game adjustment, that'd be really cool, actually. Like, make their Band seem extra vulnerable. Convince Graham to counter call and just make them lose an assist. I mean, with HB and counter call, it's like not that big of a deal, obviously. Alright, so we got this Robo incoming. Not the ideal time to drop that item. Not quite sure what they were trying to set up there. Okay. God, such efficient use of that meter. Always staying below 1 meter, unless they like have a game plan in mind. And it's so useful because all that Kara meter you build, you know, like you just every special you throw out is building extra meter just because you're below 1 meter and less meter than your opponent. Every even normals start building meter for those guys who don't know. But like Kara meter procs as soon as you have less than 1 meter and less meter than your opponent. In that circumstance, you start building you start building very quickly. Tactile saying ZVZ is pretty nice if they're spreading creep and you use it. Yeah. ZVZ can be gentlemanly, and you'll see it more these days, because of like the amount of drones you start with in Legacy of the Void. Having the extra drones really helps out in terms of building defenses fast enough so it doesn't turn into a weird Ling Bane fest. It still happens sometimes, but not as much. But the Heart of Swarmer earlier, the Ling Bane fest was the most stressful thing. It was just high anxiety pressure nonstop. Like I used to back in the day be able to play like 6-7 hours of StarCraft every day, like straight. Back when I cared about the game a lot. But the oh my god, like Zerg versus Zerg was the one matchup that I was just like it would put me to sleep. I'd be like I'd play it like 3 games of it and I'd just be like I gotta go. Like I can't keep playing this. This is too exhausting. Just non-stop high anxiety pressure. Nice double snap. Get that ish out of here. Got him low. Just go low, my dude. See, a lot of people, hopefully some of the people from Be Gr8, or not Be Gr8, Get Great are here and watching. Because, like, seriously, like, there's a lot of people who just go for some fancy stuff. Like, they'll go for an overhead, then they'll go for a grab or something. But they won't go low. Sometimes you should just go low. This is like a mid-intermediate advice. Just go low. It's fine. Everything's fine. See, look. Just go low. It's okay. It's okay. Has anything that bad happened yet? I'm like getting nervous as I'm constantly giving that advice. It's just not working. That's okay. All working out. This is a checkmate situation. He should be just brassing into SSJ. I would have carded that into SSJ, straight up, honestly. Like, that would have killed. Now you're gonna die. Okay. You should have been able to Timpani drive there, actually. You shouldn't have never had to land in that situation. That's really scary. Especially, I think it was fixed, so now it's like random or something. But if your opponent tries to grab you and you use SSJ, player 2 side used to be what got priority and you would get grabbed. If they timed it right. So that was needlessly risky. I would have just EBG seed option selected there and then you would have gotten Timpani drive because you were in the air. Doesn't matter. Worked out. Zest takes that. 3-1? 0-1? Was that 3-0 or 3-1? I thought it was 3-1. That doesn't seem right. Because that was really fast. Is that 3-0? Audience, advise. Please? 80, please? I'm gonna say it's 3-0. Thank you very much. Doc versus Harvest is probably happening right now. Doc said sorry, they went AFK. Assuming that started because that was 6 minutes ago. So let's just sit tight. Let's just enjoy the memes. Any other vacation plans? Any other plans for the holidays? How else are people getting creative for COVID territory? Had one person tell me that they're going on vacation. I'm taking a week off to build a computer, or an entire work environment, really. Anything else fun happening? Anyone help their family or friends set up a Christmas tree yet? We set up one recently, me and my SO. It was kind of fun. Really cute. Very shiny. I always loved those like weird colored trees as a kid. My parents would always say no. You know, where it's like either like the black trees or like the trees with the frosted ends and stuff like that. I always thought they were like really. Parents are always like, nah, if you're gonna get a tree, it's gonna be a green one. Basics. Alright, fine, whatever. Now I can do that. Now I can get my wacky trees. I'm an adult. Turktail saying not this year. Unfortunate. Hopefully y'all are taking some time off though and taking care of yourselves at least. If you guys can afford to do so, of course. I mean, financial security first. But everyone needs a break. No one needs to be a wage slave. No one should need to be a wage slave, I should say. What do we got? No one ever actually... Did anyone else get Cyberpunk? Because I'm going to be playing that within like 3 hours. Anyone else trying it? Not super hyped about it, but I wanted to try it anyway because pretty much any game that has like a large societal impact I need to play, which is why, regretfully, even though I knew it was gonna be garbage, I played Death Stranding. 2070, it's a 2077 yet? Yeah. Speaking of it being 2077, I was like really upset that they didn't call the 2070 graphics card that was Cyberpunk Edition the 2077. I guess it could be confusing for someone who's only looking at model numbers, but I thought that was a missed opportunity. For sure. Doc and I are ready. The hell yeah, let's go. Just sitting there on winner's side. Graham sitting there on loser's finals. Let's go. Round start. What are we gonna see? Doc versus Mao. Go out the A chain and up back. Just trying to cover their reverse approach, but I mean it would lose to any sort of dash up jump. So it's kind of a risky thing, and you're not really actually covering that many options by calling the system just up backing, except for like maybe like a run up overhead kind of thing, which I guess Bella could do, but like not really. Or on grab, I guess it beats it out. What the? Oh, Skullgirls never changed. That was amazing. That looked so good. It looked so funny. Like as she's just sliding past Beowulf, just Beowulf stepping on her shoe. I thought that was really fucking funny. That was really good. Sound down, get the chair back, build a little bit of extra height stuff. Build the extra height that you get from your taunt. Don't you get all 3 bits of height from taunt? Was there even a point? Is there even a point to picking up the chair, I guess, except for the combo route? I don't know. Maybe you don't get all 3, maybe you get 2. In that case, that whole thing was necessary. 6 blocks on the low. Good block on the brass. Very risky to use any brass that's not light brass there, especially when you are positive. There you guys, light brass is a godlike duel. Such an incredible neutral option when you're applying pressure. Get Great is a clown fest, dude. Call it awful. This, wait, what? Clown fest, dude. This call is awful. I see that there's a hell of a call inside the general chat right now. Hope you guys are having a good time. I wonder if that's why you guys aren't talking so much in chat. Just because y'all having a good time in the call. I've been seeing that more and more. I've been seeing a lot more people in calls during Get Great. It's pretty cool to see.
Let's do this in one take.
Got an overhead. Backwards. Return the favor. Oh no, we're switching Beowulf. That ain't right. I would just stick to the Bella. Out of there. Grab. Nice up back. Out of Mao. Good awareness. Doc needed to. Well, I guess it's bad awareness on Doc's part. Seeing how jumpy your opponent's being, you should be going for a low. Just go low, my dude. Round. Oh, an A-train assist. That's good old handshake. Respect it. Or like a high five, I guess. No one gets hurt. It's just a high five. EBGC into DP. Here, get a little bit. I use it? No, it gives you. Alright. The fact that that worked blows my mind. I guess Mao's got a hell of a bail. I worked out for Mao in the past, right? Mao previously. Am I hallucinating? Didn't Mao? Mao did not ever fight Doc. This is actually the first time they're seeing each other in bracket. I am hallucinating. Okay. Well, I mean, adjustment's working. Credit where it's due. I didn't think that was the right answer, though.
This battle is all in the mind.
Matching one of the air like that is always funny looking. High five. Chair, not really doing anything with it. I guess you had to shuffle forward to pick up the chair, so you weren't expecting a delay to pick up the chair, and so you, I guess, it's the link. I don't know. Yeah, the Ditto matchup is hilarious. Going back and forth. Wonder if Mao's gonna change back after this, because, I mean, that Beowulf did not do any favors this time around. Well, 2 years ago, everyone thought that this is what Skullgirls was going to devolve into. Everyone playing Bayo Band. We're seeing the culmination of years of despair, I guess.
Hey, nothing left to see here.
Doc on match point. He is about to take the set and go on to lose his finals unless Mao can turn things around. I wonder if Mao's going to stick to Beowulf. He's going to switch things up. Oh, my spine.
Gentlemen and ladies, it's showtime!
Am I looking at Beobella? Hype. Put it all up. Taking the health lead. Nice Oki. Safe. And cancel if your opponent's doing a DP. A lot of people don't realize how much faster moves are when there's no hit stop. On whiff, you just end up land canceling, just chilling there. Even with like the landing lag, quote unquote. Grand landing lag. Is that a command grid? There's so much Bayo Band. How do you even Bayo Band? I do like that a lot of Bayo Band players are at least like flavoring it up by throwing in a mid character. Like some people throw in a Robo, some people throw in a Peacock. You occasionally see a Bella. I think I've seen one person do a double. That's always kind of cool. A little bit of flavor. But yeah, slowly but surely Skullgirls is turning into a lot of Bayo Band. Clown hours, real clown hours right here. I think Doc took it, right? Am I crazy? Doc took it 3-1? Yeah, thank you. Alright guys, it's grand finals. We got Zest versus Doc. And me being too lazy to commentate. This is the most honked set I've played in a while. What happened on the challenge? What do you mean what happened on the challenge? Did I report the wrong score? I reported the wrong score, didn't I? Ignore that. Don't worry. I'm hallucinating. Thanks for pointing that out. Otherwise I would have been very confused later. And now, challenge is choking. There we go. There we go. Everything's fine. King, I'll take it. No, it's alright. No need to fix. Alright, let's see the 3-1. Let's see the 3-1, Doc. My infantile brain messed that up. I apologize. Alright, jumping hard punch out of Peacock, just build the space right away. Not getting too aggressive with the buttons, baiting out the gigantic arm. I respect it. Graham playing smart. Not getting picked up with the DP. Probably gonna need to go for a reset. Does have 2 meter, but it's not gonna be enough to kill in that situation, especially when Doc's got that 17.5 or so, 17.25 or something. I don't know, whatever. 17k something health, 17k and change. Gonna use that to escape the pressure. No punish out of Graham. That's okay, I guess. H-Brass is pretty good. Landing using the locked frames to go for a tick throw. EBGC H-Brass as you do. Oh my god, that worked. I thought you were screwed because it autocorrected and you were only gonna get 1 hit. That's crazy. I can't believe that worked. Sweep into light DP. SSJ out of pressure. It is what it is. With that, Graham is gonna take that first game. Alright, Doc, that's your only loss. You gotta win 3 games in a row. Show me. Show me. Graham's gotten pretty good, alright? You know, like, I believe in you, Doc, but Graham's no joke right now. I saw a couple of cool decisions coming out of you, but it's gonna be a little bit more than that. You need to. You're gonna brass, you gotta brass the feeling, you know what I'm saying? I saw that feeling in those brasses. I saw it go through all that shit. Oh my god. Okay, nice stopping after the medium, I respect it. Jumped in, pressed the button. That does mean that punch move is gonna knock you full screen. You were chairless, so you actually could have pressed an armored button there. Would have to call, actually, yeah, no, you don't have an assist in the situation that would actually make that safe in any way, shape, or form. Unfortunate. Okay. Okay, at least we got some nice damage on that double. That's something. Maybe we can take advantage of that. We do need to build up a meter before we can take advantage of it. So just raw tech. Okay. That double's getting a lot of health back. Is what I would say, but then you call double as an assist. Oops. I'm doing an excellent job not jumping. Maybe too good of a job, honestly. Yeah, alright. Oh no, drops the conversion. Oh my god, crosses yourself up. What's happening? Unfortunate. Ah, I like the attempt. An attempt was made. Good shit. Props to Graham for doing safer pressure. I respect that.
We'll be right back after these messages.
When's Graham gonna put the funny clown on team with Peacock? Clown Fiesta. Doc is down 2-0. Is this it? Is this Graham asserting dominance? He's gonna be able to go ahead and get his rematch against Zest. Hopefully Zest is keeping his fingers warm. Because their match is gonna be coming up soon. So tired. Your fingers are room temperature. Alright, you know what? That's okay. That's assuming the temperature of your room is like, you know, alright, like good old 65, 70 degrees, then you know what? Your fingers are probably fine. $65 might be a little bit cold for fingers. Maybe it should be 70 to 75. Apologize for going quiet. My body's aching. Little winter chills. I'm an old man. Yeah, I'm here. Ooh. I don't know if you were there in the beginning, Gray Arsenic, but I said I'm probably not going to commentate too much because my throat is hurting. But I'm here. I'm chilling. That Graham is still up 2-1, but Doc does show some signs of life, taking that game, trying to turn it around. You know, maybe I just had a typo. Maybe my scores were still prophetic. It was supposed to be a 3-2. Got some work to do, Doc. Hope you got the download. Brass to cover the approach. Unfortunately, though, if you jump up, that is the downside. You get jump. If you get caught with a beam in the air, you get sent full screen. Doc, probably getting a little bit of a headache. We're gonna try and play some Peacock. Got good old Mickey Mouse up in this bitch. Poorly timed punch move, you know, just as your opponent's jumping up. Bit rough. Those beams are adding up, you know. A lot of damage has been held on with those beams. Also, a lot of meters been built. Okay, nice pattern. Catches a teleport. Good coverage. Graham. Well, we got Wiener loops. Drop it. We didn't get the dash at the very. Oh, did we get the dash at the very end? I guess we didn't get the micro dash at the very end, like the adjustment. You do need a micro dash sometimes. Oh my god! Catches that pressure with the crouching light punch. I guess went into air super off the wrong moves. Didn't have enough blocks done on your opponent. Unfortunate. 3, that's almost always worth it just because of how much damage it does against the band because all the pellets hit. Got DHC and a magnet, so we get Oki. No, we're gonna go all the way to Monster. I don't know about that. I don't know if we should have gone all the way to Monster. I think it was fine with Magnet. Okay, instead of counter calling, we're just gonna give a brass and not get punished. You know, it is what it is. It happens. Okay, I don't know. Okay, that's... I should have seen that coming. You had 2 meter. I don't know why I said I don't know. Alright, so Doc gave up valuable life is chip damage there, unfortunately. But we did get rid of that double. That is big. Not the thing that's causing the problem, but it is definitely a big goal met. So now, if they play pretty cleanly, and oh my god, we sacrificed our band for that. Better make this count, man. You can't be just sacrificing characters in order to get hits. You're living on a prayer, my dude. Oh, so unfortunate. It would have been cool if that worked out. It did not work out. That's okay. Graham will be getting their rematch against Zest. It turns out the scores were in fact correct, just upside down. Graham takes it 3-1. Graham against Zest. Graham coming in from loser's side. Does have to win 2 sets. Zest ready to pop off. Let's go. What are the odds of another 3-0? I mean, I don't know. Zest is relaxing, so they're not exactly like completely warmed up per se. So you might be able to turn into You know, he might be able to take a couple of games, but Zest is looking hella strong. They seem to know the matchup pretty cleanly.
Gentlemen and ladies, it's showtime!
This ain't one of those situations where you can go up to the TO and be like, it was 3-0, but it was close though. We're doing some work on that Peacock. That needs to be done. Good as shit. 17k health, though, is proven a bit of an obstacle, you know? Nice card, cancel that into Lenny. I like the attempt there. No DHC, though. I'm not going to get a punish on that. Oh, I mean, like, I guess there really wouldn't be a punish just because I think Luger's recovery was all gone. So I think it was actually the correct decision to stay in that situation. Just unfortunate circumstance. But it does mean that Graham has an incredibly solid lead. Oh, hell yeah. Let's get a slide knockdown carry both to the corner. Not even going to worry about the snap at all. Just try to get decent damage onto that Peacock and see if they can apply corner pressure on that double. But double does manage to escape. Drops the mid screen a little bit. Okay, this is a little bit awkward. Not the situation you exactly want to be in. But you get to put your opponent right where Lenny is, which is nice. Graham is able to inch forward enough to avoid that. Set up Lenny. Set up next to their own bomb. Push block pushes them closer to their opponent. Wait, what just happened? Graham's been raw tagging into ban a lot, which is a little weird. It's like it's one of the worst. I shouldn't say the worst, but it's definitely not the worst. It's one of the worst raw tags in the game. Pretty much a guaranteed heavy counter hit. Graham's been doing that a lot. So good on Zest to really exploit that a little bit. Like look for an opportunity to just kind of jump over whatever reversal Graham tries to do. Worst case, they use like SSJ and it doesn't matter. They DHC out. Best case that they raw tag and you get a heavy counter hit. Good gambling. Smart gambling. Oh, gets the grab. Oh shit, this is looking good. That was a reset he needed, absolutely. Oh no, but that was a drop he should not have had to deal with. I think he went for a light instead of a medium. I think he doubted himself a little bit. Unfortunate. Yep, that'll do it. There was very little chance that that punch move was going to be enough to kill, especially given the scaling, 3-2. So it was a pretty much checkmate situation in that situation. After you went past a heavy there was pretty much nothing you could have done. Unfortunate. Thus takes game number 1. Although I'm not going to count Graham out, you know? That swayed me. Graham was doing pretty good. Graham had solid footing there. That was not as one-sided as the previous set was. Graham definitely showed chances to turn things around, but like that one drop at the end was very telling. Like Graham almost got nervous in a sense. Graham stealing names.
This is tuna with bacon. Let's rock!
Whose names we taken? Hold on the dude. I'd switch. Doubles mid-screen vortex is stupid. Oh, now we got both characters. That's not good. And then we drop. Okay. Alright, you know what? Whatever. That time they were both heavies too, so it's not much of a reason to really drop. Crazy. Same side mid. That's all you gotta do. I mean, I guess it's conditioning, right? Last time he went cross-up. Good shit. I mean, we're gonna go for the grab, make it say we beat extend. Well timed there, so the beat extend doesn't accidentally hit before the grab does. As a person in Bloxton cannot be grabbed. Okay, so one throw, turn back or back turn throw is gonna be enough to kill that double pretty quickly. Not the most undizzy efficient, but it worked out. Okay, we're just gonna keep him on the ground. We train some down, max out their own dizzy. They teched forward, which won half of it, and now the rest of it just timed away. Not really. I guess with the tech they were able to gain a lot of space on their opponent. You know, just take away space that Ban really needs to use. Okay, we're gonna go for a light A-train conversion in the corner only. What's it called? Yeah, light A-train reset, and then you can only convert in the corner. That's what I'm trying to say. We didn't go for a side switch into level 3, which probably would have been the most effective way to kill, but we should still be able to... Yeah, we messed up a little bit, didn't we? That's unfortunate. We didn't get the backdash cancel, and now we just blew ourselves up. Well, this is awkward. It's still fine. I mean, Graham is definitely in a really commanding situation there. It's, like, not that bad. The Hail Mary SSJ, I mean, it's just kind of handing yourself on a platter to Graham, but it was good stuff. Graham could have had that a little bit more easily. It was a little bit of spaghetti. Almost kind of cost him, but it's okay. I would push block into the bomb. Rejump was a little bit questionable on Graham's side, but I mean, there was not much else he could do in that situation. Either way, it's kind of like a coin flip on what kind of pressure you're going to be dealing with. Solid use of Embrace, so armor through projectiles with awareness on what your opponent's trying to do. To confirm, I'm going to go raw attack out. What do we got now? Yeah, that was really, really lucky that SSJ startup, or yeah, post-startup armor was used up by HDP. Slightly earlier card cancel and that would have fucked up. Honestly, I've noticed that when two bands SSJ each other, it's kind of a coin toss on what's going to work out. But throwing out that HDP early kind of helps guarantee it on one side or the other. Wow, you grabbed him out of it. Yeah, alright. Sure. I mean, it was like gonna be tough for Graham one way or the other, but that is not how I expected that to end. We play in a tournament. The hell kind of tournament is this? That was fucked up. That wasn't even bad. I was just so upset that that worked out. I did not think that there were enough... I assumed that there were enough iframes, I guess, for you to get hit by the beam before all that shit goes down, you know? But no, it's just, you just got grabbed out of it. What the hell? Looks, it sounds like I'm just exploding. I guess you could say that, man. I guess you could say that. Grab started before the super. Doesn't matter. If your iframe goes up to your first active frame, right, then the beam's already out. Beam hits full screen on frame 1 of active. So that means you're being hit already before you're grabbed. So even if you started up the grab beforehand, that shouldn't have... I guess there's a gap, right? There has to be a gap. There has to be a frame where you're not invulnerable after startup and before active. That has to be the case. I guess Argus doesn't have many iframes at all, does it? Does Argus have any iframes? Argus has iframes, right? I'm not stupid. I could be stupid. I tend to be stupid. Argus has iframes. I guess no one ever said Argus was a reversal. It's just funny that that worked.
That's all, folks.
It flashed. It's over. Argus has iframes, but they run out before the hitbox comes out. Oh, okay. So it's not a reversal, confirmed. But it is also confirmed that the iframes don't last until the first active frame, which is news to me, and makes that looks 10 times sillier when I don't know that. Thank you for the dank wisdom, Doc. And thank you all for playing in today's Skullgirls Be Great. December 2020, week 2. You guys are adding up some fine, what's it called? Points? Seeding points? There we go. Was it 3-1 or 3-0? That was a 3-1, wasn't it? Yeah, thank you. Very well played by Zust. I was actually incredibly happy to have you here, Zust. Thank you so much for joining the tournament. It was a good time. Good to see, good to witness. Well done. Nice to have you on the show. Shoutouts to Graham and Doc for 2nd and 3rd place respectively. You guys played pretty well. Got a little bit of cleanup to do on everyone's part, but you know what? For the most part, those were some really solid games. Those were some really fun-ass games. Good shit. I don't know. I can't put on that kind of impression anymore. I don't know. Either way, though, everyone played phenomenally. I think it was really, really fun to watch. If you guys saw some incredible plays and wish you could play like that yourself, well, learning happens in steps, and a good first step would be signing up for Skullgirls Get Great every Saturday at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern, etc., etc. We try to match you up against a relatively even opponent, and then provide constructive criticism on your play. We won't tell you everything that's wrong, but we'll try to tell you just enough so you have something to work on every week, and you can come back and learn a little bit more, and improve a little bit at a time. But if you're just here for the tournament, do not fret. We do go live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. I am the Crank Machine, and thank you all for participating. I do this for you guys, so hopefully you guys enjoy. If you guys find a way to make the stream even better, please let me know. I'll gladly do it, because you guys are pretty cool. That's all I can say. Peace, friends.